because I feel like it's very common.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
But for some reason, I don't know, people don't talk about it. I miscarried my first pregnancy, for instance.
Me
I
too.
know, yeah. And I know at least 2 people who are close to me that have miscarried, right? So it's like it's so common, but people don't talk about it much. Why do you think that is?
Oh goodness. I think because as a society, I think we've gotten very closed off and very nuclear, right? We tend to really keep to ourselves and keep private. We don't live in these large villages as we used to in the past, and so we don't talk about these things, right? You know, if we think about probably the last 100 years, there have been decades within that time period where a lot of these topics were taboo, right? You know, there could be religious reasons, there could be cultural reasons why we don't discuss these things, right? And in a lot of cases, we just didn't necessarily have these platforms to discuss either, right? I mean, the whole concept of the internet and social media is still relatively new. I mean, I come from a time when there wasn't internet, right? Like the first 12 years of my life, the internet didn't really exist. So we didn't have these platforms to share. I also think that the prevalence of infertility and recurrent pregnancy loss or miscarriage has, you know, worsened. And so in the past, when people were trying to conceive, you know, I don't think you were expected to not get pregnant. You weren't expected to have issues, right? So if you were having issues,
There was
you
something
wanted
wrong
to
with
keep
you.
it to yourself.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with you, right? Who do you talk to about this, right? So I think that there are probably a variety of reasons why people keep to themselves. What I've found interesting about it as a, you know, as a practitioner in this area is how differently people experience loss.